Today is September 21st, the day that all countries of the United Nations declared as International Day of Peace. They are asking all people of the world to create practical acts of peace. Today, we strengthen that UN message and have created a Peace Day party event and broadcasting it live to the world, our human peace sign symbol. We will carry the UN flags, carry Hug a Planets, which will represent the 7 billion plus people living on planet Earth, as well as the animal and plant kingdom. We will unveil a peace pole signed by children from around the world, and we will all say, what were we going to say? May peace prevail on Earth, or may peace prevail with the name of the country, community, or individual of your choice, okay? 4 times. We will end this worldwide broadcast with the World Peace Orchestra, consisting of 134 musicians from 50 countries, and the Frank Sinatra Choir, who will lead us in singing the words, World Peace, World Peace, World Peace, World Peace. Whether you watch our live event today here in Times Square, New York City, or watch it on any other day, okay, because this will be on all the time, forever and ever, please make it an everyday, a peaceful day for yourself and the world, especially, if needed, by settling any differences peacefully and non-violently. Let's celebrate each other. Life is a gift. Have a party. Have a Peace Day party. Our party is to celebrate peaceful people, or as we see it, that means the majority of the world. Please sing along to these well-known peace and love songs with the words on the bottom of the screen. Listen to over 50 nonprofits and individuals who share their thoughts to help educate children, big children like me, and our grandchildren about peace and to have hope. Now, let's join the world for a minute of silence of peace. Everybody. Then all say, may peace prevail on earth 4 times, and we will all pay respect to the past, present, and future generations in the name of peace. Okay, everybody raise your flags. Beautiful. Okay, let's all say, may peace prevail on earth, or whatever country name you want to say. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail on earth. Hit it. Music, please. High hopes.
Next time you're found with your chin on the ground, there's a lot.
Everybody sing along at home.
So look around.
Worldwide.
Just what makes that little old ant think he'll move that rubber tree plant? Anyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got.
You're watching the Peace Day, global internet broadcast celebrating the United Nations International Day of Peace. The Peace Day global internet broadcast promotes the United Nations, its agencies, funds and programs around the world working for peace, the environment, human rights, and social and economic justice.
My take on peace takes me back to when I was a kid in Liverpool, and we were in the shadow of World War II. I remember once talking to my father about whether people wanted peace, because it seemed like there was so much war and so much stress in the world that maybe I thought people didn't want peace. he said to me, I remember very clearly, he said, people want peace. Everybody, everywhere wants peace. He said, it's the governments, the politicians who want the fights. So the idea of having a peace day where we can set aside all of that and allow barriers to come down, allow people to get in with much needed aid and medical supplies, is a fantastic idea that I support wholeheartedly.
Look like Mickey or Minnie.
Children should be taught how to be self-aware. If they're aware of themselves and are taught to quieten their mind, they'll be peaceful, and ultimately peace will only be created by those who are peaceful. Otherwise we have angry peace activists, and that's an oxymoron.
Everybody now.
Well, it's important because, you know, we're targeting the kids, and we want the kids to be successful in their life. And we want them to be the ones also coming to our games and with the smiles on their faces. And, you know, we just want to be that positive influence of coming out here and showing them that there's somebody that cares. So, you know, that's why it's important for us to teach these character traits when we come in and do our cheer program and things like that.
Well, the self-esteem program, the cheer program, ties into a lot of the things that we do here at Jefferson with our core values and our anti-bullying programs. When kids learn about self-esteem, it helps them throughout the day and in their lives.
Diana Ross. Grab someone's hand if you want to.
I'm Dr. Ross. We have an obligation to provide a peaceful world for our children. As a doctor, I believe peace and health are interdependent. When a child feels secure and nurtured, they have less health problems. When a chronic stress occurs, conflict and anxiety are present in a home or in a society. There are direct effects on a child's overall physical and mental health. That's why I am joining these dozens of world leaders and celebrities to take a moment and remind us all to reflect on our obligation to bring peace to the world. It starts with finding serenity in our life, which will spill over and affect those around us. And ultimately, it creates a peaceful world.
We share one life. We share one soul. We're all connected to each other. We share one world. When we're good to each other, we are good to the world. We're good to ourselves. Everything is connected. Everything is a part of us and of the divine light of spirituality in the world. We have so much capability to do good, to love each other, to be generous to each other. And in this way, the whole world becomes a better place. Amen.
My name is Bob Ross. I'm the Executive Director of the David Lynch Foundation, and we provide scholarships for hundreds of thousands of young people to learn evidence-based stress-reducing meditation so that they're able to overcome the trauma of their lives, do better in school, and live a more productive, satisfying life.
Peace is something that should be fought for without weaponry, as intensely, more intensely, than fighting a war. Peace is the most precious possession we can achieve. The opposite of peace is the wasting of life, bloodshed, and arriving at no solution whatsoever.
For a person who's affected by cancer, a support group can provide an environment where they feel connected and understood, and also they have an opportunity to learn from other support group members about how to better cope with cancer, how to understand some of the medical terminology and some of the issues they may face.
John Lennon, the Beatles.
Okay, peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Yes, my name is Ringo, and I'm here to make you aware on the 21st of September, it's the International Day and Moment of Peace. So I'm here on behalf of the UN General Secretary to let you know that at noon on the 21st, that we can have a moment of silence for peace. I'm going to have my moment now. Ooh, I feel good. Peace and love, everybody.
You have gifts that I don't have, and I have gifts that you don't have.
It's already begun. Now is the time that we help the world.
15 of whom are dying every minute from hunger and disease, melting so much faster than scientists had expected. The world spends $2 million per minute on militarism and war.
It's time for a shift. We together can make a major change, the kind of change that we must see. Now is the time for we.
Now is the time for we.
Hear the children crying.
Hi, I'm Luther Rickner of the Incredible Hope. Hi, I'm Luther Rickner of the Incredible Hope. I want to share a personal message from me for the International Day of Peace. There's so much hunger, there's so much crime, there's so much terrorism in this world. Remember one thing, our life is more than half over most of us. We're not going to live 500-600 years. We need to unite, we need to help each other, we need to be nice to each other and give. Don't hate, give back, support the International Day of Peace. It's a message that I want everyone to be aware that it's a great cause and this is something for the world global unity.
We think about what it would take for all of us, individually and collectively, to create peace. First in our own hearts, our own minds, and then through our activism, through our efforts, and through our passion and conviction, create peace in all the world. We know that there are people who suffer. We know that there is so much needless human suffering. There is torture, there is war, there is an abuse of human rights on a level that is as barbaric as any that has ever occurred in human history. But on this day, we join in a common field of intention. Our prayers, our thoughts, our activism, our efforts, and our passion all go towards one goal on this day, the possibility that, in fact, the world can change.
We're in Broadway. It's Annie Country.
Tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely.
Shows for education of children.
So I invite you to join the peace team, where peace is the only goal. and where peace is the only game in town. Pass it on.
Simon, founder of Media for Humanity. We are media professionals and students dedicated to eradicating child trafficking and exploitation, starting in America. We believe that in order to have peace, we must treat all children as if they are our children and give them the opportunities to live free and healthy lives.
Yeah, go on in the middle if you want.
Peace Day, global internet broadcast celebrating the United Nations International Day of Peace. The Peace Day global internet broadcast promotes the United Nations, its agencies, funds, and programs around the world working for peace, the environment, human rights, and social and economic justice.
I would say there are so many small things that we can all do to improve our daily lives and the lives of others. Don't speed. Use your directional signals.
World peace.
Take your
World
shopping
peace.
cart back
World peace.
to
World
the
peace. World peace.
where it's supposed
peace.
to be.
World peace. World peace. Keep it up. World peace.
Personally, as an actor through storytelling, I feel like through storytelling it makes people feel that they're less alone. No matter what you're going through, you feel like if you can relate to someone, whether it's on stage or on the screen, that you can just feel more comfortable with whatever you're going through because you know you're not alone. So that's kind of really what I'm focused on.
Well, I work with a wonderful gentleman named Uriel Savir, who is with the Paris Center for Peace in Israel. And he has taught me one thing over the years, that he believes quite firmly that it really is the youth and the education of our youth and their willingness that will bring about the kind of reconciliation and understanding that will create peace.
Well, I just think it's like, I don't know, I think it's really important to have kids understand peace. So I know some kids aren't as fortunate as others to like grow up in like a peaceful environment, but I think if you just do your best and like, even like people think just one person can't make a difference, but if you just make a difference in the people around you and make the world better for kids, it's just so important.
What I'm focused on is world health. You know, we can have world peace, but as we get world peace, we're going to have to deal with all the issues that are facing all of us as a world. I suffer from MS. I've been traveling the world the last 8 years of my life, seeking out ways to help mitigate and reduce my symptoms. I've learned a lot. I'm involved in research now around the planet, and I'm about to bring that research to everyone through a portal that I'm building.
I'm so excited to be here. I feel so honored. For me, arts is an amazing way to peace because it is a way that we could all connect. And arts is a way we can connect. Music is a way people connect. You know, theater and film and television is a way we can connect. And I think when we connect and feel together, then we can create peace. So and make a difference. Yeah, exactly. We all love music, and it's just a way to share time together. And it's just, we're excited to be here.
By living peacefully.
The only way.
Yes.
Peace is a complicated concept, just like hunger, just like, you know, there's no easy answers to any of this. It's, you know, it's humans having conflict with one another. I'd like to believe if we can be a bit more empathetic, I'd like to believe if we can honor diversity, I'd like to believe if we can imagine a different outcome, that we can start to also put into action different outcomes. And we need to not only learn that, we need to teach it, but we need to value it as adults.
Well, listen, we try to do it in every way, whether it's through our acting or attending these events or different ways. Not only peace, but there's also Children of Tomorrow. It's another charity that we work for too, and who are taking these kids who are homeless and so on and so forth. And then we have another one called the Children of the Streets, that have been kept kidnapped and prostitution and what have you, and we get them off the streets as well. So we're working in every different way, and I guess everything we try to do to make their lives better makes our lives better.
But I'm here tonight because it's called the World Peace Orchestra, and boy, could we use that with everything that's happening today and yesterday, for so many months. And if a little bit of world peace can be spread through this orchestra tonight, and it has an effect, the ripple effect, that would just be great. So I'm here for the peace and the music.
Peace is something that we all strive for. I was an exchange student when I was 16. I lived in Norway, and I thought to myself how wonderful this opportunity is to meet other kids from around the world, because I met so many kids from all of these different countries. But for this event, that these young musicians from 15 to 22 are playing in concert together. I mean, how exciting, I think, how meaningful and hopeful in this world we're living in right now.
Thank you, Paul, and your team. Let's create peace and celebrate world peace. I bring this message from New York and from India.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm here from Europe and representing the World Organization of Prenatal Education Associations. And what we're saying is that peace begins in the womb. Peace begins during the 9 months of pregnancy, because that's where everybody gets the information of whether they're living in a peaceful or a hostile environment. So we're here to tell the United Nations this week that we must start looking after mothers during pregnancy, because then we can change the world on a long-lasting platform, because we'll have healthy, peaceful human beings in society, and they're going to create peace for everybody. So let's look after the mums and dads and put them on the world agenda. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing. Deborah Moldau, could you please share a thought with us? Okay, Deborah and the World Peace Prayer Society gave us our wonderful flags and the peace pole, May Peace Prevail on Earth. Thank you so much.
Paul, you are amazing. You have accomplished the most beautiful...
This was Deborah's idea last year. I will say that.
I wanted to see something happen in Times Square, and I didn't know how to do it. But Paul Slatkus and Good News Broadcast have made it happen for the entire world, that we radiated our prayer for peace. May peace prevail on earth. From here in the heart of New York City to every country of the world. And I was so delighted to hear the beautiful messages from our Jewish and Muslim sisters here. We really had a microcosm of the world. We had people from many different countries, because this is Times Square. It's the crossroads of the world. And everyone who's watching this broadcast now knows that peace is possible, and knows that today, September 21st, is the United Nations International Day of Peace. And next year, let's hope that all the world knows. And we can all take that 12 noon minute of silence together like we did here in Times Square today and say, may peace prevail on
Once
earth.
again, I want to thank our crew, okay, the Good News crew, handing out the flags, Vid Sandatz, who created this. Isn't he a good artist? Huh? All right. And our whole team that helped to make this thing happen. Rob Perna and Extreme Broadcasting, they have been a friend for many, many years, and we're so honored to have them shoot this show. We have Lenny here from the All Mobile. We have our webmaster, David Katzmeyer, down in Pennsylvania, overseeing it. We're on peaceday.tv right now, which is also another great website, all weekend long. In fact, they have tomorrow, they have a show with Stevie Wonder, I think at 6 o'clock, peaceday.tv. So let me remind everybody, right now, as we speak, in Central Park, there's a show going on. Actually, we're going up there, and I'm one of the hosts, and I have been the host for 12 years. And I've been wearing this tie from Save the Children for 12 years, and you can see how beat up this tie is. It's beat up in a good way. Actually, it's sometimes things have to get a little messed up to become better. And as we know, on planet Earth, certain things are messed up, but the majority of the tie is not messed up, okay? And that represents all the peaceful people in the world. And what it says on the back of this is created by a 10-year-old, Raisa. It says, peace on earth. Okay, so I think we're going to end the show with that. I'm very thankful for everybody to be here, and our show is called peacedayparty.org, or you can go to goodnewsplanet.com. And my name is Paul Slatkus, and thank you everybody for being part of this very important event. Children, it's all about the children. Thank you, and grandchildren.
Hear the children crying.
One love.
Hear the children crying.
One heart.
Saying, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Saying, let's get together and feel alright. Whoa, 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 whoa.